it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? It's me, Key. We're back. We're in the building with another live stream and a 7,200-second podcast. As always, my guy, Coach Donte, is here. Coach, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? How everybody doing? I almost forgot we were having 7,200 seconds today, man, and stuff like that. I'll be forgetting crazy like
episode 80, y'all.
Yo,
we are 20 episodes away from that good old jersey giveaway at number 100. Again, if we told y'all, make sure y'all tune in for that. We are on our channels this week. No Facebook. We're not on the wave this today because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the wave. But Khan got his show coming on at 5. So it's going to be crazy. But a lot of things is going down. We got some firings, some hirings, recaps, trades that went down in the NBA. We'll try to get some stuff in today. Short episode today, but we wanted to bring it to y'all. But first, we got some headlines today. Vic Fangio parted mutual ways with the Miami Dolphins. Could that possibly be that the Eagles' new defensive coordinator right there? Because remember last year they tried to get him, but that whole thing with Gannon and the timing was off. So he went to Miami. So now Vic Fangio does not have a job. He parted ways. So he could be coming over with the Eagles. What do you think about Vic Fangio and the Eagles?
I like Vic Fangio as a defensive coordinator. I really do. But again, like I say, we're going to see after this next season. We got a long time before next season start. To me, like I say, I'm not excluding, the defensive coordinators, Matt Patricia and Sean Desai. I'm not excluding them. Like I was saying the whole week, they don't have blame. At some point, when these players are going to be held to a certain accountability at some point, for players out there missing tackles, no matter what defensive coordinator behind. You have James Bradbury getting beat consistently over and over and over again. Is that on Sean Desai and Matt Patricia? Regardless, he's been inconsistent in doing that all year, no matter what position you put him in. Josh Jobe has been getting beat. No matter if you take him out, no matter if you keep him in, he's been getting beat. You got linebackers that can't actually cover. Zach Cunningham was a Houston Texan. He never could cover anybody. He was a solid tackler, but he never could cover. You're going to have to start looking at the front office as well, Howard Roseman as well, for the roster he put together. I'm not excluding the coaches any blame, but it's a lot of issues more than the coaches that went on. You got players out there missing tackles, got players out there ain't covering well. Darius Slay not even trying to tackle nobody in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. He refused to just tackle someone. Some of these guys, these players got to get held more accountable. They go out there, they get paid to do what they want to do, get paid to play, to make plays. You want to ask about your money, beg about your money, go out there and make a play, make a tackle, cover somebody. And I just feel like, a lot of times the coach is going to always get the blame if anything go wrong. And I can't be mad at that. I understand about the Eagles. They expected to win. With this team, you expected to win. You went to the Super Bowl last year, you expected to win. You expected immediate success. But at some point, after next year, whatever defensive coordinator the Eagles get, if it's the same issues, you're going to start looking at the roster. The roster is going to have to start getting looked at.
I definitely agree. And Howard Roseman, for some reason, they had a presser today. Him and Nick Sirianni. They got rid of both coordinators. We on a hunt for coordinators again this year. One and done with the coordinators we had, Brian Johnson and Sean Desai / Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia, I mean, if he wanted to stay, he could. but his contract was out because he wasn't running his own defense. It was still Sean Desai's defense. But they're on a hunt for new coordinators. Again, Vic Fangio could be candidate. Wink Martindale. I know they interviewed Cliff Kingsbury. Definitely wouldn't mind Cliff Kingsbury as an OC. And they already came out and said that Nick won't have play calling duties. Howie said that himself, that whoever is the OC will have full control. So we'll see what this interview hiring process is going to look like. Looks like Mike Vrabel is going to go meet with Arthur Blank in Atlanta, and then he's going to fly right to Carolina for Carolina job. Zach Ertz, he found a home with the Lions. Right now, he's just ring chasing, in my opinion. About Sam Laporta, I mean, the Jags, they hired the Atlanta Falcons, the old defensive coordinator over there with the Jags. The Bears, they get Shane Waldron. Got rid of Luke Getsley. I know Gooley was happy with that. Joe Barry gets fired from Green Bay as their defensive coordinator. They let him go. The Raiders finally did something right, Donte. Antonio Pierce is the new head coach over there for the Raiders. Talk about this, how everybody with the Raiders organization, well, the team wanted this hire.
I mean, I say that becomes you messed up. You make up what you messed up on a year ago when you didn't hire Rich Bisaccia. So they had a strong finish to the season, and he cleared to be the right coach. And I really believe what Max Crosby was saying. If they didn't get back Antonio Pierce, he was going to ask out. I really believe that got what he was saying. So when the whole organization respects you, when the locker room respect you, I believe you should be full and keeping that guy. Like everybody was saying, I said Rich Bisaccia should be considered getting a job, and everybody say he's not head coaching material. Where if the players in the organization respect you and stuff like that, and they want you, I feel like you should give them another opportunity. Just hire some defense, hire some great coordinators, some solid coordinators that you think that work. So the Raiders did something right, and they had a strong finish to the season. I really like that hire. That's a really good hire right there. Keep everything going, keep a familiar face in that locker room, and everybody seems to be on board with it.
Yeah, most definitely. Also, they got hired a new GM as well. Former GM of the Los Angeles Chargers in Tom Telesco. We all know he got booted after the Raiders put a whooping on them on Monday night, the 63-21 game, whatever it was. So Tom Telesco now will be with the Raiders. The Titans got themselves a new coach and Brian Callahan. How do you think that's going to work out with the Titans?
I think it will. I like that move. I like the move with the Titans. I like the move.
And Arthur Smith apparently is being interviewed for OC, not is it OC? Oh, yeah, offensive coordinator somewhere. I forget where I seen that at. As long as he's not a head coach, maybe we do all right. But I don't know if I want him at OC either, because knowing he got two great running backs, he's not going to use them. So he didn't use Bijan like that. He wanted to go with Algier, knowing Bijan was the better average yards per carry more. I just didn't understand that. But
yep.
Recapping last week's games. Again, you got your Houston Texans going up against the Baltimore Ravens. 1 seed. Looked good in the first half, but what happened? Second half comes Harbaugh and that defense. They make adjustments, and Baltimore Ravens will go on to the AFC Championship game. They won 34-10. Talk about this Houston team, Donte, since this is your stomping grounds.
Like I say, man, I'm very proud of them, man. Like I say, the other night I stayed up all night, shed a couple of tears. Like I say, I'm proud of them. I'm just proud of the squad, man. How they played this season. For first, our rookie of the year quarterback, playing great football, being able to not turn the ball over. Coach D'Amico Ryan's first head coach. I mean, since Chuck Pagano and Andrew Luck become another tandem, that a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback to make the playoffs, and by the way, win a playoff game. what's so special, everybody, like I said, agreed. Even if we did lose that game to the Browns, the season still was a success. But by us beating the Browns the way we did, just to make it to a game, second round game with the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, that's something special. I mean, we got $70 million in cap space. We're going to only get better and better. We still need another cornerback. We got some moves we need to make in the offseason and some people we got to let go. We still need another cornerback to replace Steven Nelson. I let him walk. I let him go ahead and walk and just get younger at that cornerback position. We still need one more linebacker next to Christian Harris and Blake Cashman, who are two studs at the linebacker position. Still need one more wide receiver outside of Nico Collins and everybody. Outside of Nico Collins and everybody else, I'm not sold on our receiver. And Tobel, I'm not sold on our wide receiver position, but just having a quarterback, and Will Anderson Jr., all-star defensive end, who's possibly get defensive rookie of the year. But other than that, like I say, man, I'm proud of this team, proud of the coaching staff. We may lose Bobby Slowick and Gerard Johnson, we may lose them, but I would not be panicking because I got a quarterback that knows how to quarterback, got a coach who knows how to coach, and our players are actually got better. So, I mean, I'm proud of it. Baltimore was just a better team than we were. They were more experienced. They were more destined. They got a great defense. I mean, Kyle Hamilton is just a stud over there. Lamar Jackson is one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the NFL. If anybody I want to win a Super Bowl, it's that guy, because that guy means a lot to the Baltimore Ravens and what they do when he's on the field. When he's off the field, you see how bad of a team they are. When he's off the field, Zay Flowers looks pretty solid. Bateman can do some things when he's healthy. Likely is really good. They got a very good running game. And, they just kind of wore us down as the game went on and stuff. And I say I'm proud of the Texans, but this Baltimore team is very scary. And it's going to be an uphill battle for the Kansas City Chiefs to go in Baltimore and beat them, because playing that defense, playing that pass rush, and, playing that offense that's going to wear you down late in the game, that's pretty scary to play.
It definitely is defense. Baltimore's defense definitely is top notch. Going over to the other game, we had the Buffalo Bills going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. First time Patrick Mahomes has been on the road in a playoff game. Usually he's in Arrowhead where, he's home field advantage. But on a missed kick and some other mishaps, the Bills do it again and lose to Kansas City. Josh Allen cannot beat Patrick Mahomes to save his life. 27-24. Patrick Mahomes goes to another AFC Championship game. Talk about what Josh Allen and the Bills still can't do.
I feel bad for Josh Allen a little bit. I do. Because every time he plays the Chiefs, he plays well. It don't even be his fault. It don't even really be his fault why they lose the game. I thought he played well. I didn't think he played great. I thought he played really good. Yes, he missed a throw to the end zone to Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs also dropped a pass in that game that he actually should have caught that went right through his hands. If you're a top 5 receiver in the game, you got to catch that. You got to catch a pass like that. Also, another pass that was missed that had to be catch was the one on the left side, a diving catch, but you're a wide receiver. You got to come down with that. So I thought it was 2 passes that they should have actually caught, that probably would have changed the standard of the game. And also going for that punt. That punt was just not good at all. You don't go for it on the Chiefs' own end when you know they're being able to score touchdowns on you consistently, and you don't leave and everybody's saying don't leave it in the hands of the kicker. I mean, again, Josh Allen did what he did to get the team in a position to do that. Even if they would have went for it, everybody would have said, "Hey, they should have went for the field goal, not go for it right there." So if Josh Allen wouldn't have made that 4th down, then we'd be talking about they should just went field goal right there. They should have just went field goal right there. So other than that, he did what he had to do. Kicker just missed the kick. He just missed the kick. He took the team down there, got him in that position, and he missed the kick. And he just missed the kick. He just missed the kick right there. So other than that, Josh Allen haven't played bad. He didn't play bad at all. I don't think they ran the ball as much as they should have. But other than that, Josh Allen didn't play bad. It's just that defense gave up a lot of yards. That fake punt, which was stopped. And then Stephon Diggs not catching the pass that he should have caught. Those 2 passes that the receiver should have caught, they didn't catch. So Just bad combination of bad luck when Josh Allen played Patrick Mahomes.
Also that pass in the end zone, I think it was to going to Shakir. He kind of overthrew him there. That would have been a clear touchdown. But I need for people to be some type of human being. What makes y'all want to send death threats to the kicker? What did Tyler Bass do to y'all? What did he physically do to y'all? What harm is it that you want to pick up your phone and look up where this man lives at and send him death threats? What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing this for? Y'all send death threats to T. Higgins when he put that hit on Hamlin and said it was his fault. Why? What? As a society of people, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? This man got a whole family, wife and everything, kids, and y'all want to send him death threats? That's retarded. Let me not use that word. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I just don't see what's the point of threatening somebody over a game. Over a game. Well, maybe you betted the house on the game and you about to lose something. Well, that you shouldn't have bet the house. I'm never betting the house on no football team to make me to the point where I'm about to lose it all. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but you don't send death threats to no player or anybody of that nature. It's not really that. It's not called for at all. Over on the NFC side, we had the Tampa Bay Bucks go up against the Lions. The Lions punched their ticket to the NFC Championship game for the first time. Lions looked pretty good. The Buccaneers kept it interesting, and then it was a turnover. Talk about the Lions and Tampa Bay.
I like the Lions, man. C.J. Gardner-Johnson has made a big impact on that team, has made a big impact on that squad. So, again, I like that Lions. They're underrated defense. Aiden Hutchinson is really good. It's actually really good. So, other than that, Jared Goff has very much improved since he's been a Detroit Lion guy. And I like Dan Campbell as a head coach. I love Dan Campbell. Motivator, not much of an X's and O's guys, but he is a motivator. Sam Laporta has been really good as well. He's one of the top tight ends in the game as a rookie. So other than that, like I say, the Lions have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. They have an opportunity to win and be big. And again, I like the Lions. They made some big plays in this game. They made some big plays in this game as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown made a big play on that third down and 11, I believe, when he broke 2 tackles and played and got a first down. And again, I just love the direction this Lions team going in. Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the top running backs in the top running backs, rookie running backs in the league. Man, I love that guy, the way he can run, catch out of the backfield. David Montgomery is very underrated. Derrick Montgomery is very underrated as well. The offensive line did a good job of keeping Jared Goff right. Two receivers that went from Tennessee wasn't nothing, and Khalif Raymond and Reynolds, I believe they wasn't used properly. Now they're used properly in that offense of the Detroit Lions. I like the Detroit Lions, man. I think they're well.
All right, and then we had the Green Bay Packers versus San Fran. That was a good game too. I think Sunday had the better games in my opinion. But the San Fran pulled it off in the end and came back and beat Green Bay. They had them on the edge of their seat a little bit. But talk about San Fran and then Brock Purdy.
Say what?
Talk about San Fran and Brock Purdy.
I think Brock Purdy. I think they got one of the best defenses in the league. I mean, you look at Chase Young. I mean, Javon Hargraves over there. You look at Bosa. Look at the cornerback secondary. They improved a lot. They improved a lot over there. They may be giving up a lot of big plays, but they are improved secondary with Shatavius Ward, them, and again, Brock Purdy, 200 some yards passing. Really good without Deebo Samuel. That's without Deebo Samuel throwing to Jennings, Jawan Jennings, Christian McCaffrey is running the ball pretty well. But again, if people want to say, Brock Purdy is the game manager, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, throwing over 200 yards. I mean, I don't see if that's game manager numbers. That's putting the ball up the field. I mean, this guy's putting the ball up the field, pretty much putting the ball up the field. 200 some yards. I mean, no matter what it is, I mean, it could be a check down. If it's open, you're going to take it. You're just going to take it if it's open. If the defense is going to continue to give you a check down or a crossing route, you're going to continue to take it. Or whatever open. I mean, he is throwing the ball up the field pretty well this year. So again, he was one of the best passers in the game. He was one of the best passers in the game this year. He completes a higher percentage of his passes. So again, I just disagree with being a game manager. I mean, I'm not going against Cam Newton or nothing, but he was one of the best passers in the league this year. And even in that Minnesota game, he still threw a high percentage of his passes. Even in that Cleveland game, probably was his worst game that he played, but he still got them in position to win before the field goal kicker missed that field goal. So other than that, I think Brock Purdy can win a championship with him as long as he keep his turnovers down, but they're making some plays. They're throwing the ball up the field. It's not like he just dumping it down. He has made some throws that he needs to make for them to win.
Definitely was a good game. I mean, Deebo got hurt. They had to resort to Jennings, who's still a good receiver, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. So Brock Purdy did have to rely more on these guys. But whenever you got a Christian McCaffrey in your lineup, your team's never going to stay down. That's what happened. That last touchdown, Christian McCaffrey ran in, and it looks like that was all she wrote then. But in the NFC Championship, we got the Lions in San Fran, and then we got the Ravens in Kansas City. But before we get into that, Coach, you got your list? Can't hear you.
So we got number 5. We got number 5. 3 of these is playoff edition. 2 of them is NBA. So we got number 5, Christian McCaffrey, leading this team to the NFC Championship game. I believe this is his first NFC Championship. If I'm not mistaken, no, his second. My bad. He went last year. So Christian McCaffrey, 17 carries, 98 yards, 2 tubs. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdowns as well, leading his team to a 6th straight AFC Championship. He's at number 4. Jared Goff, I mean, his 2nd NFC Championship game. I mean, leads the Rams, goes to the Super Bowl, comes back. He led them to the 2nd round. He has a couple of good years in Detroit, a very good year in Detroit this year. That's three good years in Detroit. Led his team to the NFC Championship, 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. And now he has a chance to get back to the Super Bowl again. If he can go ahead and beat the San Francisco 49ers. Number 2, Karl-Anthony Towns, 62 points, 8 rebounds. But guess what? In the 4th quarter, he was 2 for 10. He was 2 for 10.
Mr. No-Show.
No-Show. Yes, sir. Mr. No-Show. That's what it is. And Joel Embiid, 70 points, 18 rebounds.
This man right here.
18 rebounds.
That's a grown man score right there. That's 70 and 18. Sheesh. But I already knew Joel was going to be on top of your list. It had to be. But that was the coach's list. Is that the first time Joel was on the list? No, it's like the 2nd time, right? Something like that. Breaking down the nitty-gritty of things here. Now, so we all know Deebo Samuel, he is 50-50 with that shoulder. If he doesn't play, do you think the 49ers lose?
If who? If Debo Samuel?
Debo Samuel do not play, does the Lions punch their ticket to the Super Bowl?
No. I still will take the Lions, but I think it's a good chance. I still will take the 49ers. I still think it will be a solid chance if they can lose, but I'm still taking the 49ers to win. I think they got enough to win. I still think they got enough to win. If Brock Purdy do not put the ball in harm's way and they continue to run the football the way they do, and receivers can continue to make the plays that they make, yes, I still think they will still win. And I think that defense will force a couple of turnovers on Jared Goff. I got the 49ers still winning the game, regardless.
I got the 49ers winning too. I just think the defense is better than the Lions defense, especially the front, the linebacking core. The receivers are okay. But once Nick Bosa gets a hand to you, Chase Young, you still got Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in this game. I'm only afraid of if Debo's not. Here's my thing. I think if Debo don't play, I think the Lions win. Only because Debo is like one of your main pieces. Look what happened when he was hurt during the regular season. Four losses they lost. They was missing him. I feel like Purdy will have to not force it to one person, because then you have Kittle. Of course, Ayuk's going to be open. Give it to Christian McCaffrey. Then the Lions will have to stop Christian McCaffrey. Aiden Hutchinson, Angeloni, and those guys, Jack Campbell, will have to stop a Christian McCaffrey team. I think it's 50-50. My vote's going to swing 50-50 right now. It's only if Debo plays, San Fran wins. If Debo don't, I'm picking the Lions. Are the Lions? Well, we kind of tied into this, but the Lions, are they built to be the San Francisco team?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I don't think it's out of the question that they can't. I think it's possible. I don't think it's out of the question that they can't beat them.
So San Fran's receivers versus the Lions receivers, who has the edge?
I think the Lions receiver has the edge. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown, Reynolds, I like those guys. I think they have an opportunity. I think they have the edge.
So what about the tight end versus 49ers tight end?
Oh, George Kittle. They got the better tight end.
Offensive line. Are you giving the edge to the Lions or 49ers?
I'm giving the edge to the 49ers.
Running back?
Christian McCaffrey, 49ers.
Defense.
49ers defense.
So I'm leaning more towards the 49ers. I just think overall the team is slightly better. The key to the Niners-Lions game is come down to which quarterback is going to play mistake-free football. I agree with that, because Jared Goff can turn it over, but he's not turnover prone. And Purdy can definitely turn it over. You pressure him enough, he definitely can turn it over. So I think it will come down to who don't make no mistakes. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be closer than many people think. Staying in that division in the NFC North, Green Bay Packers. We all seen how the Green Bay Packers play. Young receiving core. When Aaron Jones is healthy, he is on point. A.J. Dillon as well. They still got tight ends. We've seen Tucker Kraft play when Musgrave wasn't there. He's not bad tight end. Musgrave is your starting tight end. Jordan Love, third year in the league. It's the third year in the league, right? Third year in the league? First time starting?
Yep.
And they already talk about giving him money. If you're Green Bay, do you not give him money right now?
Jordan Love, I will pay him, but not at the extent that they want to pay him. I will pay him, but not at the extent that they want to pay him. I believe he deserves to be with the Packers. I believe he deserves to be with the Packers.
Ooh, I wouldn't pay him. I mean, not just yet. I mean, wait till he sees what he does next year. Does he go back to the playoffs? Does he go further than the divisionals, NFC championship game? Let's see what he can do first. Then I will pick up the fifth option or whatever, and then pay him. But I don't want to give him the money right now, and then he chokes the next year. But I do think Green Bay is going to pay him. I think Green Bay might have found their franchise quarterback. But me personally, I wouldn't. Hopefully he does get money, but he's not going to get no
50 million. I'll pay for him to come back if it's not 50 million. If it's not 50 million like they talking about, then I'm out on that. But I think they're gonna still pay him though. So that's the way the league is. That you're gonna need your quarterback. Your quarterback was gonna always be value. He had a solid season, and again, like they're gonna pay him, but I don't think they should pay him like over 50 million. I mean, it doesn't. Again, it doesn't really. If you know how good your quarterback is, you don't need another season to know how good. Like CJ Stroud, you need another season. You don't need another season to see how good he is. See how good he is. You should know how good he is. And he played some solid guys this year, and he torched a lot of them. So you don't need another season. Like Brock Purdy last year, he had that one the playoff run. That one just no slouch, and he backed it up this year. He had a bad training camp. Then he had a bad game versus Cleveland. I think that was pretty much and against Minnesota, but in the Minnesota game, he still completed high percentages of his passes. So Brock Purdy was still able to play at a high level. So you don't need. It depends on what quarterback. Like a Sam Howell, like you needed another year up out of him. Playing in that Dallas game. He had an inconsistent year. People like Jalen Hurts, you don't need to see one. Like we was all on the train. See, we need to see another year. Jalen Hurts. Once he got AJ Brown, and I think that kind of elevated him a little bit more in those rushing touchdowns. So again, there's only certain quarterbacks you need. You'll know just how good they are by when you play them. Jordan Love, I think they're gonna pay him. I just don't think they should pay him like 50 million. No, I don't think he's that type of quarterback yet. But I think they should just pay him to keep him.
Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. A lot of drama is going down in the Dallas facility. You got CeeDee Lamb talking about Dak, how he's not that guy, and her son deserves better. You got Prescott's brother saying, I should have got him out of Dallas a long time ago, but he wants to stay and get championship rings. You got Michael Parsons' brother starting stuff and saying stuff. Should they have McCarthy back? And do you think they keep Dak?
I mean, at the rate they paid him, yeah, they'll keep him. I think they'll keep him. I don't think they'll rush to move up off of him. I think Mike McCarthy should have been gone after this year. But I mean, just the way the Cowboys move, I think Mike McCarthy should have been gone after this year. But like I said again, if a team is doing all of this stuff consistently and stuff like that, like losing in the first round or the second round, a team like the Dallas caliber, that goes more beyond coaching. Some of that is on the players. That just shows you like Dallas, they still have full confidence in their head coach and Mike McCarthy. Some of that is a player issue as well. Some of that could just be the player issues as well.
Again, I tell I tell Dallas fans this all the time. I tell the Cowboys all this all the time. Y'all will not win anything until Jerry goes to the upper room. Y'all don't know what the upper room is? Just think about it. When Jerry Jones is dead and gone, maybe the Cowboys will do something. But until he is in charge and he is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, nothing's going to change. He don't want to draft. I can't say draft. He don't want to spend no money on free agents. I think he only got Stephon Gilmore, really. He drafted Deuce Vaughn. I don't know why he didn't get a running back because Tony Pollard wasn't it. You could have picked up Dalvin Cook. You could have brought Zeke back. But it's Steven. It ain't Jerry. Well, they both need to go. But we know, no, that's not going to happen. But Dallas, I just feel bad. Dak's been here 8 years and still the same result. 8 years, same result. Nowhere. They get to the playoffs and then choke. They get to the number 2 seed. They win the division and then they lose in the first round to Green Bay of all teams. Green Bay, 46-16. I will never forget that. 48-16. I will never forget that number.
Yep.
That is, even though the game was 48-34, don't count that because it was garbage time. But 48-16, man, McCarthy should have got booted last year when they lost against 49ers with that QB draw situation. He should have not had no job then. But Jerry brought him back. But they did say they're not going to extend him or Dak. So this possibly might be their last year. Will Dak Prescott move on to go somewhere else? Only time will tell. Patrick Mahomes, is he threatening Tom Brady's GOAT status right now?
As of right now, he's on a good pace. Yes, he's on a good pace. 6 AFC championship games. 6 AFC championship games, pretty much. 2 Super Bowls. Yes, and eventually, if he ever get him a good number 1 wide receiver, just think about it. He does all this without a number 1 wide receiver. If he ever gets him a elite or a big time wide receiver, then yes, he's gonna actually hit that GOAT status. He's already. I think as player wise, he may be. I don't think he's a better. As player wise, you can argue he may be a better quarterback as player wise, and then he's got longevity ahead of him too as well. He's going to be able to play multiple years. But yeah, so again, like I was saying, yes, the receivers have a hard time. They are number 1 in drops, but Tyreek Hill can prove that he can he can put up yards. He's just that good of a receiver. He's fast. He can put up yards, but can he get anywhere else without Patrick Mahomes? He can't get anywhere without Patrick Mahomes. But can Patrick Mahomes do it without him? Yes. So that proves that Patrick Mahomes don't need Tyreek Hill, and the trade didn't hurt him. Because, hey, Patrick Mahomes still can get to where he want to get. Tyreek Hill can't get to where he want to get.
Dang on Shane. Patrick Mahomes, 2 MVPs. He's 13-3 in playoff wins, 3 AFC. Now this is through 7 seasons. So 2 MVPs, 13-3 playoff record, 3 AFC titles, 2 Super Bowls, 28,424 passing yards, and 219 passing touchdowns through 7 seasons. That's Patrick Mahomes' numbers. Tom Brady, 0 MVPs, 12-2 in playoff records, 3 AFC championships, 3 Super Bowls, 21,564 passing yards, and 147 TDs. That's through 7 seasons. Those almost look similar and identical. 13-3, 13-2. 3 AFC titles, 3 AFC titles. Brady got 1 more Super Bowl than him. And Patty has him beat with passing and touchdowns. So, I mean, I think before it's all said and done, I think Mahomes could possibly catch up to Brady. It may not be 7. I think Mahomes could possibly maybe get 4 or 5. I'm going 4 at the most. I think Mahomes definitely could get. But we'll see if they can get a 3rd one this season. Can he go back-to-back? Sean McDermott. Is it time for a change of scenery in Buffalo?
I think it should be. I think it will be. I think it should be. There's some reason why this team can't get over the hump. I still think you need a consistent number 2. I don't think you have a consistent number 2. I don't think Gabe Davis is a consistent number 2 wide receiver. I think they need a consistent number 2 wide receiver next to Stephon Diggs, even though Stephon Diggs, like I say, got to catch that pass that Josh Allen should have caught. So again, if it's a coaching change or something like that, something's got to give. But like I said, it ain't always on the coaches. I mean, Stephon Diggs is a top 5 receiver. You got to make those catches. Those 2 catches that the receiver should have actually caught that would have changed the momentum of the game. Now, Sean McDermott should get some flack, a lot of flack for that fake punt that was called. That was definitely his fault right there. So he did some own dirt too. He did some dirt too, which made I think it may need to be a coaching change on that one.
I mean, like I said, I don't call for nobody's job. McDermott said he was going to, fix this. It's just all that talent, and they come up short. So they're not the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. More of the 76ers. Can't get out the second round. The Bills. So I don't know. Stephon Diggs, they're going to run it back because they can't cut him because it's a cap hit. I think it's like $34 million. If they was to try to cut him or trade him, just got to rock it out and come back next year. Hopefully things will be different. I believe they got to run the ball more with James Cook because you've seen what can happen when they run the ball. James Cook is very efficient. He can get you the yards. He can break through those holes and tackles. James Cook can flat out ball, and y'all just don't let him cook. No pun intended. Y'all just don't let the man cook. All right. Predictions here for the Super Bowl. Who do you got, Donte?
I'm going with the Ravens and I'm going for a Super Bowl rematch. The Ravens and the 49ers.
I said my 50-50. Give me Ravens Lions. I'll take Ravens Lions. But I got Baltimore winning the Super Bowl if that happens.
Yeah, I got Baltimore winning the Super Bowl.
Hopefully Usher don't tear down the place and force the lights to go off. Again, we only got a couple more minutes left with y'all guys. It's only an hour show today, only because Coach got things to do. So do I, but we definitely want to get this episode in with y'all. Going over to the NBA side, we got a trade. Adrian, Terry Rozier goes to Miami for Kyle Lowry. Good trade to put Scary Terry in Miami.
Yeah, I like that. I like that deal a lot. I really do. That deal is pretty solid. I really do like that deal. Kyle Lowry is getting up in there. Terry Rozier, by the way, is putting up some awesome numbers, man. Putting up some awesome numbers over there in Charlotte. He's definitely going to help them put the ball in the basket. Also play well on the defensive side of the ball. Play well on the defensive side of the ball as well. So I like him.
It's definitely a good move as another scorer because Terry Rozier, if you let him, he'll definitely score big time on you. I know he's probably happy to get out of Charlotte, go to somewhere where it's relevant. Miami's at that 6th seed right now. Possibly you could see that team move up in the standings, but we never know. Mr. No Show and the Minnesota Timberwolves do not have the number 1 seed anymore. That number 1 seed goes to one OKC. OKC the last years have been the laughing stocks of the NBA. They get all these picks. They don't go nowhere. Finally, all this waiting has happened. And right now, they're the number 1 seed. You think about OKC.
I think they're a very good team. I think they're a very good team. I don't think they're a championship winning team. I think they're like I said, I think they're the best team. Best young team in the NBA. I don't think I think the farthest they can get is the second round. I think that's the farthest they get. Possibility depend on who they play in that second round, though. Depending on who they play second round, the bigger ceiling can be Western Conference Finals. But I don't think they're a championship team. But I do think if they do match up with Minnesota, I do think they can beat them in a 7-game series. But far as that, they may be the first seed. But yeah, I think they definitely will be a second. They definitely could be a second round team. They're the best young team in the NBA.
Yeah, definitely can see that going. Definitely can see OKC maybe possibly going to the second round. I don't see them going to the finals, but they're going to be in between the first and the second round. The big news. Adrian Griffin is out with the Bucks, and guess who is back in, Donte? Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers has agreed to coach the Bucks. after 43 games, 44 games, they're second in the East, and you already getting rid of your head coach. What is going on in Milwaukee that they have to get rid of Adrian Griffin?
Like I say, man, I just feel like coaches always get all the flock. But like I say, if the players want you out, especially somebody like Giannis, then you're gonna get out. That's just no doubt. Like a respectable player like Bobby Portis, they're gonna want you out. So again, I mean, even though they 30-13, you know, some of them players need to be held accountable too because they don't play defense at a high rate. They don't play defense at a high rate. I think the only way you could say that deal hurt them if the Bucks don't win a championship. That's only if the Bucks don't win a championship. If the Bucks win a championship, then that deal was kind of worth it. Even though, you know, Drew Holiday did get a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks, but if they ain't them go far and get a championship, the deal was worth happening. And again, I still think they were one of the top tier teams in the Eastern Conference. I still think they're one of the top tier teams in the Eastern Conference. Doc, they want a coach who can win now. They want a coach who can win now. And I'll say Doc Rivers. We'll see if he's the best man for it. With Giannis, and you know Chris Middleton, who's an all-star caliber player when he's on the court. So at the end of the day, I still think they will be fine. 30-13, they will be fine. Their schedule was pretty easy, to be honest. Their schedule was pretty easy to begin with too. So we'll see what happens.
It's just weird because they say it was the chemistry issue for Giannis, and that's why, you know, they got rid of him. But I heard Giannis didn't want Nick Nurse in there either. But I feel like Doc is not going to start the young guys. He's going to rely on the old farts to be in the game. You know, of course, you got Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard has struggled with the defense. You know, they came out and said he has been struggling with the defense on the team. It seems like he can't find his rhythm at times. But Giannis is going to be Giannis, and he's still going to get his points. So, what else went down?
I mean, it's only like the two young guys that actually play. That's in the rotation. That's in Andre Jackson. The Bucks don't have too many young guys on that team like the Sixers had. Sixers had way too many young guys you had to play, and if that was a coach, that'd be tough. That'd be tough to play all of those young guys when you know you're in a championship situation. You're trying to win a championship situation. That's pretty tough to play all the 5 minutes for all of the young guys. While Milwaukee, on the other hand, they don't have many young guys, and the guys that do play, which is more Champ and Andre Jackson, they're just rotational guys. They're just rotational guys, and maybe a little easier for him. But coming in with a little that knows what it takes outside of Damian Lillard, that knows what it takes to win a title. So that may be more fit suit for Doc Rivers than having to play with a team that has full of young guys in Joel Embiid and James Harden all in, when you don't have to play all the young guys as much.
So do you think it's like a championship or bust type of thing now?
Yeah, it's always, yeah. It's the type of team you got. It's a championship or bust. No doubt about it. And then you bring Doc Rivers in. You bring Doc Rivers in immediately when you didn't want to hire that assistant that you didn't want to hire. So again, any way it goes, the team is win or bust. The team was win or bust, even if they didn't bring in Doc Rivers. You don't go out there and get Damian Lillard. Don't go out there and get Damian Lillard. Don't think the team is win or bust. No matter what coach they got, it's still always Doc Rivers. It's still always win or bust, no matter what coach came out.
Again, like I said, y'all, we only on here for a little while longer. Short day today, but still, we wanted to bring y'all some news and talk about some stuff. Are the Lakers major trade deadline players?
Yeah. I think they are. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to make a move.
Do you think it might be D'Lo?
Yeah, I think D'Lo is gone by the trade deadline.
I think he needs to be on the block. I know they were trying to get the Donte Murray, but Atlanta didn't want Murray, so they had to have a three-way team, another team involved in that. So who knows if Murray's still going to go to the Lakers. I know they was talking about Bruce Brown as well. joining the Lakers. They were targeting him. So I don't know who's to say. Lakers could go out and then make some moves. What else? Kevin Durant wants to be in the GOAT conversation. I mean, 2-time champ, 2024 MVP. 2014 MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, 13-time All-Star, 2008 Rookie of the Year, 4-time scoring champ. Is he in the GOAT conversation yet? And coach is in the multiverse. I don't think KD is in the GOAT talks yet. Not in my opinion. I just don't see it yet. Oh, coach, you was stuck in a multiverse.
It's been raining over here a lot lately.
Is KD in the GOAT talks?
I don't think he's gonna be the GOAT. I don't think he's at the GOAT. No, I don't think he's the GOAT. But I think he's gonna be one of the top 12 to 13 players of all time, though. I think he has a chance to get in that category, but not the GOAT talk.
I mean, we can't knock his talent, his scoring ability, his athleticism, and what KD can do. We all know what he can do on the floor, but I just don't see. I don't see him in a GOAT talk as well. The Mavs are interested in Kyle Kuzma, but the Wizards want 2 first-round picks.
If they late first-round picks, if they late first-round picks, yeah, I do it. If they late, they can be protected first-round picks. But if they do, Washington Wizards need all the help right now they can get. So again, if they do, I ain't gonna be too mad at it because they in a position where they want to win now. Y'all look at the position that the organization is in. They're a tanking organization. They're gonna trade probably every veteran on that roster for the Washington Wizards. So even if it's protected first round picks or a late middle first round picks, I'll do it for Kyle Kuzma, who's a very good scorer, who's probably up in the area of 19, 18 points and 9 rebounds a game. I'll do it. If I'm Dallas, I could do that.
Mark Andrews is a full participant in practice today, so we might see Mark Andrews. Baseball news, we got Beltran, Joe Mauer, and Todd Helton are the finalists for MLB Hall of Fame and MLB. Your thoughts on them? Do you think either one of those 3 get in?
Which one? Who's the finalists?
Joe Mauer, Todd Helton, and Adrian Beltran.
Oh yes, I like Adrian Beltran. I hope they may knock Beltran, but I think he deserves to be in. He has a World Series championship. And Toma Perez. Which one? What was another one that was in there?
Oh, Joe Mauer.
I think Todd Helton should be in. I think 3 of those 3 should be in. Adrian Beltran, Todd Helton, and Adrian Beltran. I mean, Carlos, my bad.
Then you got Reese Hoskins gets a 2-way deal. I mean, 2-year deal to the Brewers. Donte, your Astros picked up Josh Hader. Good deal there. What else happened? I think Joey Gallo, he went to Washington. Nothing too big and crazy. But we're gonna leave off with this note. Tomorrow night, the game goes down. Number 1 versus number 8. South Carolina Gamecocks versus the LSU Tigers in the women's basketball. Who do you think wins this game?
What they at? They at LSU?
I think they in let me check. Are they on? They in Louisiana.
All right, so I believe nobody's beaten the South Carolina Gamecocks yet.
Nope. It hasn't even been close.
And I believe this game will be close right here. I believe this is the best team right here that can beat them. Angel Reese. You got Nisa Morrow, good coach, and Ken Markey, Good, very good coaching. Kim Mulkey over there. Haley Van Lith. They also got someone that can come off the bench too, number 13, who's a very good scorer. And South Carolina been dominant all year long. They got Pau who can shoot the basketball. They got Fawela, who's a dynamic guard, but she has shooting problems at times, but she's very dynamic. She can work on her shooting. She can actually be unstoppable. Raven Johnson is a good player to have, not a capable shooter. Cardoso, if the LSU Tigers can keep them off the boards, if they can rebound with them and force them to make jump shots, I believe they can win this game. I think it's the same team. Pretty much, you can't leave Pau wide open. You just can't leave up. She's going to knock it down. She's going to basically knock it down. She's a solid, great shooter.
Man, I can't wait to the women's madness.
This is a tough matchup, man. I'm going to pull for the upset.
Oh, we going to LSU?
I'm going to pull for the upset. In bad news, I'm going to pull for the upset. I'll be in my time.
Of course, I'm rocking out with the SC of the Gamecocks here. Dawn Staley. It's going to be a good game, though. Burns says, do you think Doc will take the Bucks back to the finals?
I think Boston is better. If
the Sixers knows how to play right and can get past the second round, it's optional. But the test is
Sixers got that third seed, so you know he's running into in the second round. You know who they run into? Boston, basically. Do you really want that third seed? Do you want to really try to stay in that point right there where you got to play Boston, who's running through everybody, who's the best?
But I feel like we could go toe to toe with Boston.
I think that it's gonna be y'all gonna win games in the series. I think if y'all can compete with them, That's no doubt in the series. But
we competed with it with no Maxey and no Embiid and almost beating us when Pat Bev had 29.
I mean, like I say, regular season can happen. That you're gonna beat them in the regular season. You're gonna beat them. That anybody can beat them in the regular season. In a 7-game series, I'm taking my bet with Boston. I just gotta take my bet with Boston in a 7-game series. I mean, until it's proven. I believe 4 or 5 times that the Sixers consistently lost to Boston in the same spot that they lost into. Now you got these players coming along. Porzingis coming there now. He definitely makes a big difference. And you got Cornette. That Cornette dude's pretty good too, protecting the rim. They got so much size. Jason Tatum was a problem. Drew Holiday can be a problem in the playoffs. They just got and Derek White even improved so much. It's so much. I mean, it's just hard, man. It's just hard. So again, in the 7-game series, I got it going. I think it could go. I think go 6. I got it going 6 this year.
Well, we'll definitely see what happens. But again, guys, we only was an hour today. Trust me, next week's episode will be a little bit longer. Coach has something, he does. We'll get Coach back full time after
high school basketball. I will be back full time.
Let us play Boston. Go ahead, Miami can play Boston. Go ahead, y'all can play Boston, Burn. But I don't want to see Miami either.
Boston gonna be that higher seed though. You already know Boston gonna be the higher seed. Boston gonna be between that 1 seed. Boston is gonna be in that 1 seed area. Now it's a good opportunity that the Sixers and Miami may meet up, and that would be a bad matchup for the 76ers right there. You got Jimmy Butler, Bam, and now you got to play Terry Rozier, who can fill it up there. Oh my goodness! In a 7-game series, that's Eric Spoelstra. Oh my goodness, boy. It don't get any better for the Sixers. So like I say, Sixers can laugh at Doc Rivers all you want, but they got their own problem when they come to the playoffs. Gotta beat Miami or the Boston Celtics. You can't laugh at nobody. You gotta beat the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics. Beat them when it matters. They don't win regular season games. That reminds me of my rock. They don't win regular season games.
Let Miami move up to 5. Whoever at the 6.
Yeah, y'all.
But no, coach will be back full time with us once high school basketball is over. He's showcasing the high school basketball down there in Houston where he's at. If you follow Coach on Instagram, definitely can see all the highlights. TikTok, you'll see Coach with some highlights and things of teams around the Houston area with basketball. So make sure y'all subscribe to Coach if y'all want to see all the Houston football games. But we did break down some. We broke down some headlines today. NFL, we did go over that. Some stuff that went on in the NBA. Some little key things. Like I said, we'll break down things possibly next week. See where our schedules meet up. But I will be back Saturday. It is Royal Rumble seasons. Royal Rumble Saturday, so I will be here watching. Make sure y'all tune in for that. Friday picks and predictions. Y'all want to come on through. Coach also after basketball, we'll be back doing play-by-plays again. So, tune in. We got, stuff is working back in. But again, short day for y'all. We on episode 80. We got 20, what we got? 40. Got a couple more episodes left.
20 episodes left. God,
19 to 100. Remember, 100 is a giveaway for a jersey. So again, make sure y'all tune in for that when that comes in. It's going to be all over. Y'all don't want to miss that episode. Y'all don't want to miss that. So, but for me, Coach Donte, as always, appreciate y'all who did stop by for the hour to entertain y'all for a little bit. Appreciate y'all. Tune in next week. Same time, same place, same channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. We're going to get out of here. Later, y'all.
Later, y'all.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up.